portion of this video is sponsored by LastPass. What's up guys, it's Cody here. Today in this video we're going to be talking about shortcuts. Shortcuts for iOS 13. And these shortcuts are really cool. I haven't done a shortcut video since they came out, like over a year ago at this point. And shortcuts are a lot more powerful than I thought they were. I mean, they're kind of like a poor man's jailbreak tweak because you don't have to be jailbroken in order to use them. And they are things that can automate things on your device that just make things easier. I mean, that's what shortcuts is for. It's why it's called a shortcut, right? So in this video, I have some that kind of blew my mind, and then I have some that, you know, just are useful things to have. They just make tasks easier. So I'm gonna be showing you all of those. Now keep in mind, I just kind of want to give you guys a warning when you download shortcuts. So I downloaded all these shortcuts from a third party. Some are from Reddit, some are from a website called Routine Hub, which is a very, respectable place to download shortcuts. But you do want to look through on every single shortcut every time you download it, just to make sure that it's not doing anything malicious. And it's really simple because when you try to add an untrusted shortcut, it's going to give you a pop-up and it's going to have all the code there. And you're going to have to scroll through all of it in order to even add the shortcut. So you can scroll really fast and not look at any of it, or you can just, casually scroll through and just make sure that it's not doing anything that looks suspicious. If it's doing something that you think is suspicious, don't put it on your device. Now, of course, I would still recommend you guys look at all these as you add them, but for the most part, I believe all of these to be completely safe. But before we get into the video, this portion is sponsored by LastPass. You don't have to remember passwords anymore, and that's because LastPass is gonna keep all that account information and password information all inside your vault and automatically fill them in every time you try to sign into an account. So since you don't have to remember your passwords, you don't have to use the same password for all of your accounts, which is obviously going to make all of your accounts that much more secure. This also means you don't have to reset your passwords anymore. So if you haven't logged into an account for a really long time and you forgot the password, you don't have to reset it anymore. That password is going to be stored inside of LastPass and it's always going to be available to you. It's just convenient to have when you're going to a site and you need to log in. So you can see here that LastPass is going to autofill all my credentials in, so I don't have to type anything. I just tap sign in and I'm good to go. This obviously is going to be compatible on mobile sites, iOS and Android applications, and of course on regular desktop browsers, where you can even just use the web extension, which is what I'm using right now to sign into my Gmail account. It's just nifty to have. And it doesn't matter how many accounts and passwords you have, because you get unlimited password storage and free cross-device sync with your account. And even if you want more features like advanced multi-factor authentication options or emergency access, then you can upgrade to LastPass Premium. So be sure to check the link in the description below to find out more about LastPass. Thanks again to LastPass for sponsoring this portion of the video. Now on to shortcuts. So if you guys don't know, once you update to iOS 13, the Shortcuts app is installed by default. If you're not on iOS 13 and you don't have the Shortcuts app, you can actually download this directly from the App Store. So once you have that installed, you can start installing these. And all of these that I'm going to show you in this video are all linked in the description below, so you can check them out there. So let's go ahead and open this up, and we're going to scroll all the way down here to the bottom, and we're going to start with Meme Generator. So this is a shortcut that's going to allow you to generate memes. And the really cool thing about it is that you can use templates, and it has a ton of templates that you can use. You also have some other options here like enter custom image URL, select an image from your library if you want to make one out of your library, and you also have a plain text meme. So we're just going to use the template for this demonstration here, and you can see it has a ton of different memes that you can use here. And you select one, and then you can enter the text for the top and the bottom. And the cool thing is that it has a preview for every single one of these. This is actually an update to this shortcut. You didn't have previews before, so it made it a little bit harder to distinguish which one you wanted to choose. But if you wanted to, select one of these, so let's just say we're gonna do the Archer one, you just tap on it. It's gonna give you an option to put text into the top text. So we'll just put, do you want ants? And the bottom text, because that's how you get ants. Easy enough. We'll tap OK, and then it's going to generate that meme. So once it's done creating that meme, you can preview it, you can automatically save it to your camera roll, or you can share it directly so you don't have to save it. So we're going to go ahead and preview it, and it says exactly what I typed in. Do you want ants? Because that's how you get ants. Pretty simple, pretty self-explanatory, but it's pretty nifty when you're texting and you want to make a meme. Now, if you do go into the preview, all you have to do to save it is just tap the share sheet, and then you can save it directly to your library if you want to do that. Next one I want to show you is called 99-cent rental of the week. This is a really cool shortcut because if you guys don't know, actually I didn't know this, but Apple puts a rental on sale every single week for 99 cents. So if you're looking for a movie to watch, you can download this shortcut, check out what is on sale that particular week, and then decide if you want to watch it. So let's go ahead and find it here, right there. So all you have to do is tap on it, and it's going to take you directly to it in iTunes. So being able to check that with one single tap, that's actually pretty nice. And hopefully they'll have a pretty good movie here when you check it out. Next up, we have auto message. So if we go ahead and go in here and we tap on auto message, it's going to give you several options. So you can see all these options right here. You can create an individual message, a group message, mass message. You can dictate an auto message. You can read through all those if you'd like. But basically the point of this shortcut is to allow you to schedule text messages and send them off at a specific time. So it's actually pretty cool and something that I wish was built into iOS several iOSs ago. This was actually a jailbreak tweak, maybe from iOS 7 or before, that I used to have. And it's just something that's nice to have. So basically, if we just walk through one of these, we'll go ahead and do a individual message. And then you're going to have to type in your contact's name that you have saved into your device. Now, this is going to be case sensitive, as you can see right there. So make sure that you know the contact's name. So I'm going to put in Posty here. And we'll just select the contact right there. And then it says, what should the message to Posty say? So I'll just type, what's up, tap OK. And then you can see, would you like to attach an image to the message? So you can upload a message or an image to the message if you'd like to. I'm not going to do that. And then here you're going to select the time. So I'll send it at 11:24 and we'll tap OK. So the way that this works is it actually creates a reminder and puts all that information that you put into that reminder. Once the time frame comes around that you want to send the message, you'll get a notification. You'll run the shortcut one more time and then it will send the message. So unfortunately, it's not really automatic, but it does still allow you to schedule messages. So the next tweak I want to talk to you guys about is called Media Mutt. And there's actually several actions. You can see almost 1,200 actions in Media Mutt. And what Media Mutt does is take basically any video from any social media and it downloads it and you can save it to your device. So it's a really cool and really helpful shortcut, I think, and one that I feel like a lot of people are going to want. So we're going to use this on YouTube because, YouTube is cool. So you can see I've already opened up a video here. So I'm going to tap on the share sheet. I'm going to tap on more, and then we're going to scroll down all the way to Media Mutt. We're going to tap on that, and it should go ahead and start its magic right here. And you're going to actually get a few prompts. So I actually just updated this shortcut right before I'm showing it to you. So this is actually the prompts that you're going to get when you install shortcuts like this. It's going to need access to particular locations. So right here, it needs access to iCloud. And the cool thing about this is if it has an update, you can just tap on check for updates, which is what I did. But right up here at the top, you can see you can download the video from YouTube that I selected, and it's going to access YouTube. Of course, you'll get a few prompts here. So you can see it just downloaded that entire video, and we have 16 minutes of the entire thing.
And today in this video, I'm going to be showing you the top.
If I could stop it. Okay, and then if you wanted to save it, you would just tap on the share sheet right here. You would scroll down to save video, and then it's going to save to your files or to your photo album. You get to select where you want to save it. I'm going to save it to my photo albums. It's going to ask for access, and then it saved it to my photo album. So that shortcut is complete. So in my photos, we go ahead and slide through. This is the entire video right there. So that's a really cool one. It's also going to work on, Twitter, Reddit, Instagram, every single social media that you would want to use it on. So pretty cool. Next is one that I have been using almost on a daily basis this past week, and I don't like to use it, but it is a nifty shortcut to have. And the reason I don't like to use it is because I don't like to take naps during the day, but unfortunately sometimes it's inevitable and I just have to do it. So this is a cat nap shortcut, and really all it is it makes it easier to set a timer for you to take a nap. So basically the way that this works is you tap on it, it says how long do you want to sleep. So let's just say I want to take a 20-minute nap. What it does is it adds 10 minutes in order for you to fall asleep, and then adds whatever you put in here, so 20 minutes. So it's going to actually set a 30-minute timer just like that. And that's really all that it does. But I have to say I've actually used that shortcut more than I've used any of the other shortcuts. So I wanted to put it in this list, even though it's a really simple one. I think it's pretty helpful. The next shortcut I want to show you is called Photo Map Thumbnail. I think this one's pretty cool. So what it does is it takes a photo that you already have on your device and it puts the location inside a little mini map, and you get to place that mini map on top of the photo. So basically it's a visual of showing where that particular picture or photo was taken. So for instance, if we go ahead and go into my photos here and we tap on this one and we tap on the share sheet, and then we're gonna go down here to Photo Map Thumbnail. So we're gonna tap on this and it's gonna give you a few options here. So the first thing you have to do is customize your header and footer. So you're gonna select the item you want in the header or footer. If you wanna enter your own text, then you can do that. So we're just gonna walk through the whole process. We tap OK. So the way that this works is it gives you several different options of what you want the text to show. So this has, longitude, latitude. It has the date and the time. It has the day and the date. It has the day, the date, and the time. Just the United States. Just in Phoenix, just in Arizona. You can obviously add your custom if you want to do that. It has elevation. It basically has everything that you would ever want in terms of location for this particular spot. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put in Phoenix. Actually, we're going to do a custom, and we're going to do Phoenix, Arizona. So I'm going to tap done. It's going to ask me what I want it to be. So I'm going to type in Phoenix AZ. And then we'll tap OK. So the first one I selected is going to be the header, and this one is going to be the footer. So we'll just put the day and the date there, tap done, and then you have a thumbnail size. So how big do you want this photo of the map to be? So it could be small, medium, or large. We're just going to do a medium, and then you get to select what corner you want this particular map to be. So the top left or right, or the bottom left or right. We're going to put it in the bottom. Actually, yeah, we're going to put it in the bottom left. Then you have your options to save or share it. I'm just going to save it here. And then let's go into my photos. So here is the map right there. So if we zoom in, this is actually a really big picture, but you can see exactly where that is. It has the header right there, Phoenix, Arizona, Thursday, October 3rd, 2019, and the time. So of course, in order to actually use this was at the Phoenician in Phoenix, Arizona. The location services have to be turned on inside of the photo. Otherwise, it's not going to know where the photo was taken. So if you have that specifically turned off, it's on by default, but if you have it specifically turned off, then of course you're not going to be able to use this type of feature on that particular photo. But I think it's a really cool feature. If I would have thought about it, I probably would have put it in the top left. Still a pretty cool shortcut. So for the next shortcut, I actually have several GIF making shortcuts that I want to show you because they're all useful in their own way. So we're going to go ahead and open this up, and just to quickly show you, you have last burst to GIF, you have make GIF, and then you have video to GIF right up here. So if we go ahead and tap on last burst to GIF, this is going to take the last burst photos that you took, and it's going to turn it into a GIF. So if we go ahead and tap on that, my last burst photos, I just literally took them 20 seconds ago, and this is what it looked like, and then it turned it into a GIF. So then you can save it if you want to do that. You also have make a GIF. So if we tap on this, you can see that I'm right here, and it's going to allow you to take 3 photos. So we're going to do this, this, and this. And then that should turn it into a GIF, a 3-frame GIF. Incredible. But I mean, obviously you can see how easy it is to make these GIFs. And making GIFs is just insanely annoying to me. So having these little shortcuts make things a whole lot easier. You also have video to GIF. So if we tap on this, let's go ahead and set on a video. This is actually a video I took that I thought I was doing a burst photo, and it turned into a video because I held it down and I forgot that they changed that in iOS 13. So that's the video. Let's go ahead and save it. And then it turns it into a GIF. So those are the 3 GIF making shortcuts that I wanted to show you. I think they're pretty helpful. There's not one that actually just does it all, but those 3 should get you pretty far. Now this next one, I don't recommend that you try at home. I do recommend that you actually get it, but just don't test it out unless you just really, really want to. It's called water eject. So what water eject does is eject water from the speakers if you drop your phone in the toilet, if you drop it in the pool, if you have it in your pockets when you jump into a big mass of water. And this is something that would probably come in pretty handy. So I'm going to demonstrate what this does. And first I'm going to take off the case here. and then use this glass of water. Excuse me, Siri. And what we're going to do is we're going to open this up, and we have water eject right here. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to put this phone in water, and I'm not going to like it. Hopefully it doesn't fit very much. Actually, yeah, it doesn't fit in this glass very well. But what we're going to do is we'll just leave it in there for a second. I mean, it's probably going to do as much as it's going to do. I mean, these are pretty waterproof at this point, so you don't see any bubbles or anything like that. But if we open this up and we hit water eject, I'm going to go ahead and zoom in here, and let's see how well this shortcut works. So we're just going to tap on play, and it gives you a little prompt that basically says, do you want to begin? We'll tap begin. Wow. That actually worked pretty good. It seems to only be coming out on this side, obviously. Definitely. I'd actually run that again. Let's run it again. Yeah, it's still spitting some water out. That's pretty cool. I think it's definitely worth having in your device just in case something like this happens and you need to get some of that water out of those speakers. Pretty cool. The next shortcut is called text above picture. This is basically, pretty self-explanatory right there in the title. It's going to allow you to put text above a picture. So if you wanted to make a type of meme, I've been seeing these types of formats on Reddit a lot. Or if you just want to, put some text to a picture, you can do so. It's basically just going to put a white bar at the top with some text. So all you want to do is just select the photo that you want. So I'm just going to go to the picture library and select a photo. So I'm just going to put iPhone 11 Pro, tap OK, and then you got it right up there in the top left hand corner. Now this is more for meme making abilities, not something to like label photos like this, but I assume you could do whatever you want to with it. I think it's a nice little shortcut. And the last shortcut we have here is called reverse image search. So this is a really helpful tool if you use reverse image search ever, or this is possibly going to make you use it more often. And the reason you would use reverse image search is if you're looking for a particular photo, maybe the source of the photo, or an object that's in the photo, or a person that's in the photo, and you don't know something about the photo, reverse image search can help you find out pretty much anything if it's a common photo. So for instance, if I go into my photos here, and this is a picture of a Jaguar that I saved online. So if we go ahead and tap on the share sheet, we can tap on reverse image search right there. It's going to upload the photo, and then it's going to search it on the internet, and then it's going to come up with all of these articles where this photo was used. There's a lot of different things you could use this for, but this is a very, very easy way to do it rather than having to upload it and search it yourself. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the shortcuts and possibly found some of them useful enough to download and use them on a, at least semi-regular basis. Let me know in the comments what shortcuts you're using. Let me know if you plan on downloading any of these, or if any of them are helpful to you, or if you even use shortcuts at all. All right, guys, if you want to stay up to date with everything Apple or anything tech that I want to cover, make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on those bell notifications, and I'll see you in the next video.